Okay, continuing week 3. So we are doing an animal cell. I just was confused because some animal cells also have vacuoles, and I thought only plant cells had them, but we are talking about those this week, so I got a little confused. But what are some parts of an animal cell? For nucleus, we're going to go like this because it's the very, I don't know if it's always the direct center, but it's kind of the place where the DNA is housed and is in charge of what proteins are made and things like that. So we're going to say nucleus. And then for cytoplasm is kind of like the liquid where a lot of like energy reactions take place. So we're going to go like this for cytoplasm because it's kind of like the middle, okay? And then for vacuole, a vacuole is like a fluid-filled sac that helps give rigidity to the cell. And a lot of, in plant cells, it helps like in stems and bark and things like that to remain really rigid and firm. So for vacuole, we're going to go like this. We're going to stand up really rigid and tall. Mitochondria are the respiratory centers and metabolic centers of the cell. So if we're going to take a deep breath for mitochondria, we're going to go. And then for cell membrane, we're going to make like a membrane around us like this. And then for Golgi bodies are sort of like the packaging center, like the postal office for the cell. It helps package proteins and send them out. So for Golgi bodies, we are actually going to pretend like we're opening a mailbox and putting in a letter. All right. For English prepositions, we're going to continue the same song, and we're going to add hand motions to the song as well. So for along, we're going to go like this, like along the side. So we're going to go along. And then for amid, we're going to go like this because we're amid something. So we're amid, and then among, we're just among it. So we're going to go among. And then around, we're going to go like this, around. At, we're going to point to somewhere because that's where they're at. So at, and then atop, we're going to hit the top of our head. So the tune, we have like a little chorus and a little dance that goes, and we're going to go like by that toot, 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 and kind of shake our legs at the bottom, by that toot, toot, toot. And so then I can't remember what hand motions I gave you yesterday, but we're going to be like about, because you're just kind of about, above, across, after, against, and then we're going to go along, amid, among, around, at, atop, and that's how we're going to continue that song. Okay, for classical acts and facts, the timeline, so for Hinduism in India, we're going to do the American Sign Language for India, which is this, which also this area has significance for Hinduism. So we're going to say Hinduism in India. And then for Phoenicians in the alphabet, we're going to make an A. So Phoenicians and the alphabet, Olmecs of Mesoamerica, Israelite exodus and desert wandering, Israelite conquest and judges, Greek Dark Ages, Israel's United Kingdom. Okay, for history, tell me about the Greek and Roman gods. We're going to use the same tune that is on the app or CD, and I've included some hand motions. So the Greek and Roman gods correspond to each other. That's why they're listed the way they are. So Zeus corresponds to Jupiter. Hera corresponds to Juno. Not all of the gods correspond, but it seems like a majority of them do. So for Zeus, we are going to pretend to throw a lightning bolt because that's what he's known for. So Zeus, Jupiter. And then for Hera, that's the wife of Zeus. So we're going to pretend that we're putting on a wedding ring. We took it off for the commandments, but for this one, we are going to be putting on a wedding ring for Hera, who is Juno. For Ares, that's the god of war, or Mars. We're going to go like this, like we're fighting. Ares, Mars. For Aphrodite or Venus, we're going to go like this. It's the god of love. For Hermes or Mercury, we're going to go like this because he was the messenger. So we're going to pretend like to be a bird because birds were also messengers. So we're going to say Hermes or Mercury. And then for Athena or Minerva, that is the god of wisdom. So we're going to go like this, point to our brain. And for Poseidon or Neptune, it's the ocean god. So we're going to go like this with our arms. Okay, For geography, still don't have the maps. I will have them by the time the year starts. But we are going to do the Hebrew Empire, and we're going to point to the areas as we sing a tune. It's to Fiddler on the Roof, which I think is pretty perfect, not going to lie. So the song is Hebrew Empire, Judah, Israel, Jordan River, Dead Sea, Phoenicia, Sea of Galilee, Hebrew Empire, Hebrew Empire, Judah, Israel, Jordan River, Dead Sea, Phoenicia, Sea of Galilee, Hebrew Empire. Okay, guys, have a good week.